Have you ever felt like you were being watched, not by someone you know, but by something ancient, silent, and invisible? And what if I told you that maybe you are? In the Bible, we find mysterious, terrifying, and forgotten figures. Among them are the fallen angels, but unlike what many believe, these creatures didn't vanish. In fact, some say they still walk among us, but what exactly are fallen angels? Christian tradition, especially through texts like the Book of Enoch, which is not part of the biblical canon, but echoes in ancient theology, tells us about a group of angels who descended to earth. They had one duty: obey God. But they chose something else. They chose us. According to the account, these celestial beings were fascinated by human women, and against the Creator's will, they took them as wives. From them were born the Nephilim, giants, hybrid beings, monsters of old. In the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 4, we read, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown." But who are these sons of God? And why was their disobedience so severe? Many scholars agree that the sons of God were precisely these fallen angels, also known as the Watchers. They had a mission: to observe humanity, but they ended up teaching it things they were never meant to reveal. According to the book of Enoch, the fallen angels taught men how to forge weapons, how to use magic, how to summon spirits, how to paint their eyes, how to manipulate the stars. In other words, they gave divine knowledge to mankind, and in response, God cast them into the depths, imprisoned, condemned, isolated until the final judgment. Or so we were told. But what if not all of them were imprisoned? What if some are still among us? Have you noticed how every civilization has legends about gods who came down from the skies? Egyptians, Sumerians, Greeks, Aztecs, all speak of winged, powerful beings who taught men how to build, to fight, to rule. Are these just separate myths or echoes of a forgotten truth? Think with me. The Bible warns us in 2 Corinthians 11:14, "And no wonder, for Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light." Fallen angels can take human form. They can infiltrate. They can deceive us. Hebrews 13:2 says, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." But what if instead of hosting angels of God, we are hosting fallen angels? There's something even more disturbing. Revelation 12 speaks of a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fight against the dragon and his angels, and the dragon, also called Satan, is cast down to earth. Yes, to earth. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Revelation 12:12. This is not just about the future. It could be now. The signs are everywhere. Wars, uncontrolled technology, obsession with power, cultures that glorify rebellion, ego, and unrestrained sensuality. Is it really all human, or are we simply reenacting their teachings? The Watchers, according to the book of Enoch, were imprisoned in an abyss called Tartarus. But Peter mentions this same place in 2 Peter 2:4. "For if God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved for judgment." But is that prison eternal or temporary? Revelation speaks of spirits that will be released in the last days. Maybe they never really left. Maybe they are among us, behind the scenes of power, in the elite that manipulates nations, in the whispers behind great inventions, or even within religion itself. Fallen angels wear disguises. They appear as light, but carry darkness. And so the question remains, are they still among us? Some say yes, Others prefer not to know. But one thing is certain, the battle between light and darkness is not over. And you, have you chosen which side you're on?